So the topic of no-look passes, which are always very snazzy, came up with Frank Smith today. Was there any basketball player that you ever watched do that where it left an impression on you? And do you get a kick out of doing it?
Uh, I would say no basketball player that I know inspired me to do any of that. Definitely get a kick out of it. It's always fun when you can manipulate the defense with your eyes, um, just because you know the spots in which guys are going to be with the throws, and you've been working on that for some time with those guys as well.
Has any football player inspired you?
Um, I would say, I would say no. It, in my opinion, you either got it or you don't. Like that's what it is.
How does this offense feel different than years past? Like, as the one who operates it, how does this feel different?
I think within the structure of our offense, with how we've said we wanted to go out and how we wanted to play games in terms of taking over it, staying on the field, managing, uh, situational ball the way I think we have these past couple weeks has definitely helped. I think also um, being able to elongate drives, and we've been known last year to take shots, and it's been 3 4 plays. Maybe the longest last year was a 12 play drive, and I don't even remember if that ended in points or not. But I would say that's the biggest difference with our offense this year.
On the flipped pass to Jalen Wright when he comes from your right to left, is that designed as a no-look flip, or is that something you just thought?
Nah, that's just all of those. Um, I just do trying to just to try to manipulate the defense, but um, Mike, Bev, they and Frank, they entrust me with the ball handling, knowing that I'm not going to screw it up with whatever play is called. But yeah, it's not it.
I don't know if you heard the Lambeau Field. It's off the top of my head. I think you guys play Green Bay here. Do you ever look forward to playing in like these historic buildings where you think about the NFL and those are one of the top places you think about?
100%, 100%. I think this is an awesome opportunity. Being able to play Thursday night football, prime time on Thanksgiving. It just takes me back to growing up in Hawaii. Obviously, the primetime games were a little earlier in Hawaii, um, but it's sort of the same deal. Like, that's the only team that's playing, and whether you like the teams that we're playing or not, like you just sit down, eat, you spend time with family, and you get to watch that. And uh, sometimes you go outside and you pretend to be some of the players that are playing. And so for me, and I feel like a lot of the guys cherish this opportunity that we're about to get to be able to go over there to Lambeau, be able to play over there at a historic field, and it's just a blessing. It really is.
Who was the guy you emulated when you guys went out back?
Um, I don't know. Sometimes it'd be like safeties, like I'm just playing defense. And then somebody would be just the quarterback for both sides. So yeah.
Have you practiced this week at all, or really even that's a short week with the glove on the right hand?
Probably not.
No
Yeah.
glove this time?
Yeah, probably no glove this time. I think for a lot of our guys that were able to play in the game last year against Kansas City, kind of gave you a different perspective of what code really was.
You've talked about this seakeeper mentality a lot now this year. Why did that specifically come to you? Did you just buy a boat recently, or were you on a boat and you noticed that, or where did that?
Yes, so I have a boat, and so the guys that were showing me like the features of the boat ended up telling me about the Seakeeper and what the Seakeeper does and whatnot. And so took that mentality into training camp, really. Um, yeah, it was just one of those. I had an aha moment, like, dude, it would be good if we use Seakeeper, and then sort of explained it to the quarterback room, explained it to Bev, and that's what it came to be.
And Mike's talked about the gigantic strides you've made, like an emotional control in the football game. Can you feel yourself when maybe that's slipping away, and how do you like jar out of that mode so that you can move on to the next play?
As a competitor, I think you definitely tend to slip out of that frame of mind. But I think at the position, it entails for us to, you have to know how to erase whatever play happened last time, and focus on what the defense is giving you, focus on the play and the task at hand.
We know you want to kill narratives, and one of them being your record in the cold. What can you take from your previous opportunities in cold weather into this game?
Yeah, I would say the biggest thing is mindset. We're obviously nowhere near the temperatures that, all these other cold teams, play at, being in Miami, where it's 80. Sometimes it gets down to 50, but it just gets nowhere near the teams that, make it in long stretches in the run that they try to do. To me, it's just a mindset. That's really all it is.
Do you feel like, going back to just elongating drives, do you feel like that style of play is more conducive for success in these kind of environments? Not this, I meant like the one you're going to see on Thursday.
Well, I think with what the defense gives us and with what the play that, we're told in the huddle to run entails for us to do, that's basically what it is. When we do call our shots, we're looking to take them, but if they're not there, that's just what, essentially what that series calls for. Now, if we're dinking and dunking for 3 plays and then we get a shot, we're not going to be mad at that. But then again, it falls back to the mindset of the quarterback play. Like, don't get antsy, take what they give you. If this read entails for you to take your shot, take your shot. That's what it is.
This will be the first game against Jordan Love, fellow 2020 draft class. What do you think of him and his game?
I got a lot of respect for him. He's done himself justice last year, and he's earned his contract last year coming into this year. I mean, he's a baller. That's the reason why they paid him.
Xavier McKinney leads the NFL in interceptions. It looks like he was taking 31 picks after you in the 2020 draft.
Yep.
What were those practices like back in college?
Well, I had X and I was with Josh Jacobs at the same time. So knowing the competitive mindset that those guys have, those are fun practices. But being able to go against those guys, I know X knows what he's going to get out of me, and I know exactly what he's going to bring to the table too. With Josh as well, like we came from the same school, so the mindset that those guys are going to bring every time they see a fellow Alabama player. But yeah, I'm super happy for X and the success that he's found, as well as Josh. But I'm looking to mitigate that success when we play against them.
Speaking of former Bama players, you have a moment with Christian Barmore there on Sunday.
With what?
With Christian Barmore there on Sunday after the sack.
What do you mean?
I saw a little bit of John back and forth.
Yeah, that's
Some old Bama love.
that's it. I'm glad they didn't put any of that in the in the mic'd up. I'm a good person, I swear.
Talking do we miss from you?
You say what?
How much trash talking do we miss when you're not mic'd up?
Oh, I don't know. You just go with the flow of the game. That's it.
Or no?
No, I think it can be absurd sometimes. I'm like, dude, what are we doing?
What is prepping for Thursday night games like for you? Do you study tape late to Monday night and Tuesday night?
So I would say yes. You definitely study tape. I would say studying tape begins after our Patriots deal. Then you get with your coaches. You get to look at things that you need to clean up and whatnot, but you got to move quickly. And so from there, then it gets to the plays and getting guys dialed in on those plays as well. Reasons as to why we're running those plays, spots they need to be in, all of that.
What's it like playing on Thanksgiving for the players? Is that an honor, or is it more like, God, I'd rather be home with my family?
Yeah, I think the players look at that as a great honor, great opportunity. Reason I say that is because a lot of us grew up watching primetime football, and on Thanksgiving, a lot of times you'd see the Cowboys play, you'd see the Packers play, the Lions play, and to be able to have that opportunity to play in a primetime game at night at a historic field, I don't think any of the guys take that for granted.
Your family with you, traveling with you?
I probably won't have my family traveling with me. Yeah, I think it's too much for Anna with the kids. So, yeah. Thanks, guys.
Good luck.